Hello everybody, welcome back to the show. My name is iNsoLence. Today I'm going to cast a best of 3 for the EPS tournament between aTnXLord as our purple Zerg player and our blue Protoss player, iNsoLence. We're on, of course, Zelnaga Caverns. And it looks like our Protoss player, actually our Zerg player, is going to go out and scout, and he's going with the normal Overlord at 9. Protoss player going for a pylon outside of front of his base. More than likely he's going to put a forge down. And maybe even go for a fast expansion. Or maybe even go for a blocking of the Zerg opponent's expansion. So the Overlord does see that probe moving its way up. aTnXLord still continuing to drone. He'll probably drone up until 15 or 14. And then we might see an expansion, or we might see a pool. So up here attacking this little pylon, this drone is up here looking around this location for whatever building the Protoss player decides to make. So he was placing that forge there, but he blocks it, so this aTnXLord is right on top of it, finally manages to get that forge up. So aTnXLord is completely aware of what's going on. So he's sending down his drone. He's going to try and get that expansion up. He does get that expansion up, but he is not aware of this cannon. Actually, he might be aware of it now. He's sending 2 drones down here to go attack it. Actually, 3 drones being sent down there. One thing I really like to do with my second Overlord when I play Zerg is put it right above my expansion if I plan to expand. But that pylon is going to get up, and he's probably going to place a cannon down there, maybe even 2 cannons. And that photon cannon is in a pretty good spot back here between all these minerals and between that pylon. So iNsoLence might even lose his probe. No, nice mineral trick, pulls out of there. He's probably going to throw up another cannon and another pylon here in a second just to stop that. And we still don't have a pool yet from aTnXLord, so that's really going to be a problem. He has the money right now to build that, and he just hasn't got around to placing it. So he really needs to get that pool up as soon as possible so that photon cannon does get finished, but he does not have a pylon to power it, and there's even another probe being pulled down to hold off this expansion. That was really smart of iNsoLence to pull down that extra probe. Just in the slight chance that he actually does lose that one probe, he wanted to make sure that dies. So aTnXLord forced to cancel the expansion and is a little late with that spawning pool. So we'll see what type of response he has for this. If he's going to try and go for a mid-late game play it safe, get roaches, take out this expansion, or if he's going to go for some type of all-in, one base, try and break the front wall here, get in here and kill all the probes. So let's check the economy right now, see how bad that hurt aTnXLord. So aTnXLord is down two workers to the Protoss player, and he's going for an early second gas. Spawning pool just now finished. I think this is one of the latest spawning pools I've ever seen in any game, finishing it for like 4 minutes 39 seconds. So that forge is finished. Still no gas for iNsoLence. Of course, still no cybernetic score. That gateway just now finishing though. There's that gas being finished. So more than likely he'll put down a cybernetic score. And I wouldn't be surprised if iNsoLence decides to go for maybe a 4 warp gate push after that devastating attack. He definitely put his opponent behind in macro, and his only choices right now, aTnXLord, are to, drone up and try and get back in the game, or just go for some type of all-in. And I think the safest play for a Protoss player is, of course, just to go for a 4 warp gate push, and that kind of looks like what he's going for right here. So that Overlord of aTnXLord is right above this. He sees all this going on, and he saw that. I'm pretty sure he did see that cybernetic score. No, he hasn't seen that cybernetic score. He's got his Overlord rallied around this one photon cannon. So our Zerg player is actually going for a banelings nest. I would probably now let me state this, that this is pre-roach patch. So roaches have not in this version, they only have 3 range instead of 4. So that definitely probably is a big factor in his decision. So he's got about 200, almost 300 gas, 600 resources, and he's getting that speed upgrade, that metabolic boost for those Zerglings. He's going to go up here and try and return some pressure on his opponent. He has 2 photon cannons up, so these Lings are not going to be able to do anything except stand around and just look at the beautiful Protoss base. So a probe coming up here and actually building a gateway right where his expo is. So man, if you scout this and see this, you have to know that your opponent is not going to expo. Nobody just builds a gateway right where they want to put their expo. And even another gateway. So we have 4 gateways popping up. And still extremely high on Harvester, so this is a chance to all in. He wasted all those banelings till kills just the forge, and that was not enough. He's even morphing in some more banelings. I really think he should have, I think he would have been better off maybe blowing up here, taking this pylon, and then getting in rather than taking out that forge. That forge is probably the least important building that he could have killed. If he would have came up here, he could at least kill the cybernetics core, delayed stalkers, delayed sentries. Instead, he just goes for the closest thing he sees, takes out that forge. So that definitely was a very big misplay by aTnXLord. So aTnXLord is going to, looks like he's going to come down here and maybe take out this pylon and maybe throw up an expansion. I really think that is a really bad play for him at this point. So here we have the banelings coming in, zerglings coming in. Does manage to take that out, uses 5 banelings, takes out that pylon. That's the magic number. So up to 5 gateways now. iNsoLence is definitely looking forward to this 5 warp gate push. He's still supply blocked right now. This pylon is going to come up. Zergling coming here doing some damage, but I really don't think he has enough to deal with even if he fights this off. No, he's not even going to fight that off. His zealots quickly shred the rest of those Zerglings, throwing down an expansion, and has a roach horn also teching. So this push is going to be devastating for aTnXLord. iNsoLence is just going to be flooding units out of these warp gates. And he's going to push down here with another proxy pylon. Very smart play from our Protoss player, completely destroying the early macro game of aTnXLord. aTnXLord, I think, having a pretty big mistake going in for that baneling bust. I really think that was what basically is going to cost him this game. Also, with that late spawning pool, he could have maybe got that up just a little bit sooner and maybe fought off that, maybe just apply a little bit more pressure early game. But here we have the stalkers and zerglings, or sorry, stalkers and zealots coming out. 5 roaches do spawn. He may have enough roaches to push this back, but it doesn't look like it was stalker focus fire. He's going to easily kill those roaches. Actually, one transfuse going down, saving a roach, but he's all out of energy now. Not enough transfuse anymore. Pulling out some more roaches, bringing in some zealots, some more zealots for meat, killing another overlord. So our Zerg player is supply blocked. There are going to be no units coming out of his army or his hatchery anytime soon. And aTnXLord GGing. So that is game number 1 going to iNsoLence, and I'm going to cast game number 2 next.